Today, the tale I'm going to tell you comes from the American South, coast of North Carolina, and tells the story of a man who was born under the name of Edward Teach, but is better remembered by the name Blackbeard. And he's perhaps the most infamous pirate in the history of the United States. Blackbeard was named for his long black beard that hung down to his waist, and he wore braided with black ribbons. He carried his pistol upon his shoulder with his sparkling epaulets, and many considered him to be the devil incarnate because the rules of us mortals did not seem to apply to him. He was famous for rimming his rum with gun smoke and setting it on fire and drinking it, flames and all. But for 27 months, the pirate Blackbeard terrorized the Atlantic and the Caribbean. And then he decided he was going to go throw a big pirate party in his favorite hidey hole, which is now called Teach's Hole, after Edward Teach, but is off the coast of Oracle Island in North Carolina. So he called all his pirate friends, and they went down to throw a big party, and there were bonfires and drinking and singing and just a raucous good time. Blackbeard did his little trick with the rum and the flames. But the governor of Virginia got word that there was this big raucous pirate party going on down the coast, and so he was like, okay, this is our chance. We are going to capture. So he sent a lieutenant of the Royal Navy, his name was Lieutenant Maynard, and he said, okay, you're going to take your ships and you're going to go ambush Blackbeard and you're going to bring him back dead or alive. So the lieutenant set sail with his ships and his soldiers, and they went down to Oracle Island where the pirates were holed up, and they staged an ambush. And although the pirates were surprised, Blackbeard quickly got his crew and they went on his ship called the Adventure, and they went out to meet the lieutenant, and Blackbeard fired his cannons at the ship. But the lieutenant was clever, and he told his men that while the smoke from the cannons was clearing, they should go hide under the decks so the pirates would think that they had won and that their crew was dead. So when the pirates boarded the ship that they believed to be empty, then the soldiers emerged and ambushed the pirates. And a bloody battle ensued. The lieutenant and Blackbeard took aim at each other, and they both fired a shot, but Blackbeard missed, and the lieutenant's shot out its target. But Blackbeard did not fall immediately. One shot was not enough to take down the devil incarnate. It took, some say, 5 shots and 20 cuts to bring down the most infamous pirate in the Atlantic. And once he was dead, the men thought that the only way to ensure that the devil himself was dead was to cut off his head. So they hung it from the bow of the ship, and they tossed his body into the sea. But as they did so, the head hanging from the ship looked down into the water and cried out, "Come on, Edward!" And the body swam 3 times around the ship before sinking to the bottom. And to this day, on Oracle Island, now known as Teach's Hole, they say that if the wind blows towards the mainland, you can hear Blackbeard tramping up and down the beach, howling for his head. And many say that there is a strange light that lives in the waters, coming from Blackbeard's ghost.